yourself something funky.
And that would be us two.
Hello there.
Hello
Back
there.
again.
So, each week you find us strange and unusual things from wherever you travel to, which we've just found out you didn't go nowhere this week.
No, I didn't go anywhere this week, but I've still got
So-
some goodies.
You've obviously been on the little online tinkering then.
Yeah. Well, you remember we got some fresh chilies from Pembrokeshire Chili Farm last week? I had a look at my order from them, and because I thought some of the chili varieties, I thought I'd ordered something like 5 or 6 chili varieties, and I'd only got 2. Had a look. Turns out I'd only ordered 2. I'd only ordered 2 of each. So I'd only ordered 4 chilies, and you saw I had over a dozen of them. So they did me well there. I went and got some nuts.
So you went and got some nuts.
Yeah, these aren't the crazy hot nuts that I had from them previously, because those were a bit much. They were very scorpion. These are a bit milder, but just as nice, honey roasted. See if I can show you a handful.
Oh, they're well
Yeah,
caught.
got a good color on them. And yeah, nice toasted chili, slightly fruity chilies in there as well. I'm not sure quite what varieties they use for the mild ones.
Oh, the peanuts sweet.
Yeah. They're not overly sweet, but you can definitely tell there's a fair bit of honey on them. I'll have a few more, and then I'll move on to the next thing.
Evening, Kevin. And David. Didn't see David pop in there, but he is.
Hello.
Stu Walker throwing out tags. Well, they're obviously a hit because you're still munching on them.
Oh, yeah. Well, this is my second bag, and it's been quite hard to save them for the review, so...
You're good at doing that, aren't you? I remember a couple of weeks ago you were going to review something, but it never made it to Sunday, did it?
Yeah, I do remember that.
We're going to have to get a little lockbox, and we're going to have to give you a code just on the Sunday, so you can't open it till then.
The next one is I've been to Chili Bob's recently, and he sent me, I believe this is a sample of an upcoming product. I'm not sure if they're available yet or not, but if you talk to him, you can probably get them off him. These are the Devil's Nuts. And I'm only going to have one of these.
Why is that?
So he told me these were going to be hot. What he didn't tell me when I first had them was that they are extract infused peanuts.
That is why you're only going to have one.
Seriously hot. And I think it might take more than one to get hiccups out of me, but I can still definitely feel that.
Give it time, because I noticed your eyes went a little bit there as you were...
Certainly stinging the tip of my tongue a fair bit.
Yeah. As that gets swallowed down, I think that might react in the stomach.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's the thing. If I have too many of these, my stomach does disagree with me. They are very strong peanuts, those.
How's the flavour on them?
Flavour-wise, it's nice and toasted. Nice roasted peanut flavour up front. A little bit bitter in the behind with that extract, but it's not too bad.
So maybe
and you can tell there are super hot chilies in with it as well. It's not just the extract.
Maybe if he added some honey onto them to counteract the extract.
Well, that would make them more pleasant for me, but not everyone likes their peanuts honeyed. So.
But just about everybody doesn't like the...
Yeah, fair enough.
Of the extract, so it might just dampen it down a little bit.
Stu's offering hiccups for me in text in the chat.
I'm just sat looking at Adele, and I agree with you. You're right. You do need to look on Chili Bob's shop.
Yeah. Well, the next thing we got... Oh, James wants a small handful.
James wants to see you see a
small handful.
At least 2 nuts, maybe 3.
Okay, fine. We'll do 3. And then I'll go for my milk.
You might not need it. You might hold out.
Right, there we go. 3 peanuts.
Anybody that missed the dual chip earlier on, Joe just says, still no gut bomb yet.
Okay. And the dual chips not been too bad to you then?
Doesn't look as though anybody's found it too bad. It doesn't look like it's a challenge for the Chilli-heads. It's more one for playing with your family.
Right. Well, I know it's Pepper X, so theoretically it should be hot for an actual, not for a standard chili product, but definitely nothing like any of the extract ones.
We'll see. We'll get a few more guinea pigs to check it out. Looks like you've got a burn
that's
going
very
on.
warm in the throat, but I don't think it's getting the hiccups out of me still. Sorry, everyone.
Yeah, Coran's still absolutely fine too.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't do a full handful of those. And I picked up something else from Chili Bob's as well while I was at it. Here we have a rather milder snack. I'm not sure if you can read that. Yeah, there we go. Pink peppercorn and chili pickled onions. Now I'm going to get my fork and pluck one out and show you them, because they don't look quite like you'd expect.
How does an onion look different?
Well, you tell me. Does that look like an onion to you?
Yeah, it's been a bigger onion. He's peeled it down.
That's a shallot.
We can come up with other excuses. It's been a big onion. It's been peeled down. How does it taste? That's the important thing.
It's got a light, fragrant onion flavor, a little bit of greenery to it. It's definitely pickled. You can also tell that it's been infused with bird's eye, and I'm assuming cayenne. I'm not totally sure. They could be diabols or something. But they have that sort of look to them. And yeah, there's definitely a fruitiness in the vinegar as well, and they're a lot more nuanced than pickled onions that I've had in the past.
How's the vinegar?
Yeah, banana shallots, he's saying.
There you go, banana shallots. How's the vinegar on the throat?
It's not making me cough, so it's not a terrible vinegar, certainly.
It's not overpowering.
No, those are... Well, I'm not the hugest pickled onion fan, but those are definitely a lot more enjoyable than pickled onions I've had in the past. And, oh, I've just spilt some of the vinegar on my table. Great. Shouldn't have tried to close it with one hand. I'll mop that up in a bit. Right, next thing of the day. Next up, we have a supermarket find. This is Sauce Shop, who I've ordered from before. I know the quality of them. This is their Chipotle Mayo. And you can find this in Sainsbury's, though, as we've said previously, other supermarkets do exist, and I'll be showing you another one in a little bit.
What I find with Chipotle Mayo is it's cheap to just buy mayonnaise and add a bit of Chipotle sauce to it. And
yeah, well, this is a bit milder than if you just did that. Because they've boiled out the Chipotle a bit with smoked paprika. It's still nice and smoky, but it's not quite as fully Chipotle as I might have liked. Good creamy mayo, though, so.
there you go. That is made by Neil Price's mates, I believe that is.
Oh, which one? The Chili Bob stuff, yeah. Yeah, Chili Bob's is Neil Price. Still find it weird that he's not named Bob, but what can you do? And this next one is from Asda.
I think his dad was called Bob.
Ah, okay.
The bullseye.
Adele loving the spoon. This one's from Asda. This is their Louisiana style Chipotle one, so you know it's going to be a bit vinegary, though. It's thicker than your average vinegary sauce.
It's actually available all over. It's not just Asda. You can pick it up in Tesco's. Yeah. Whatever.
Right.
It's made by Heinz.
Oh, is it? One second. Let me check and see if it says that on the label. It probably does somewhere underneath this reduced sticker.
If you look at the bottom, it tells you it was made in the UK by Heinz. Well,
Dum-de-dum. Yep, H.J. Heinz Company.
What it was is Heinz tried to get into the hot sauce business and realised that nobody was getting really too interested in them, so they rebranded under Bullseye. Or I think that's the way it seemed to happen, because all of a sudden the Bullseye range popped up with all these new sauces, and when you looked at them closely, it was Heinz.
So they claim that this is a medium one. Personally, though, I think compared to other supermarket ones, it's probably more in line with what they call a hot. Because this isn't just a Chipotle sauce. No, you can't really taste it in there. There is extract backing up the heat of the Chipotle. Not a lot. It's definitely not above what I'd call a supermarket hot. But I've had milder habanero sauces all the same.
When Adele comes down, I'll find out which one it is, but there is one of the Bullseye sauces that Adele likes.
A little bit of a smokiness to it, a little bit of a tang, and definitely some herbs in there, though I can't place exactly what. I mean, if you like a tangy sauce, it's fairly pleasant. Again, it's strange that they've decided to make the Chipotle
I like the barbecue one.
The barbecue one.
And the ranch sauce.
There you
Right,
go.
not the Louisiana Chipotle then.
Sauce.
No, the ranch sauce from the...
There was lots.
Oh, there was quite a few apparently.
Yeah, we got
Yeah,
lots. Because I bought
Fair
loads, didn't I? Because they were on offer on bargains. I ended up buying lots of them and tried lots of them. So I like the barbecue, I like the ranch, and I like the chipotle.
There you go.
And then the final one, I figured I'd go with a bunch of supermarket ones today, keep a theme. This one you can't get in supermarkets in the UK, but people in the US might know it. This is the Tabasco Scorpion sauce. And this is what they call the mini bottle of it. You can get this from a hot sauce emporium, Dr. Venorium's, if you're interested. Other places might import it too, but I haven't seen it anywhere else yet. And yeah, it looks pretty red on the packaging. It looks even redder out of the packaging. It is an extremely opaque red sauce. And let's see if I can pour myself some.
One of the biggest brands of Tabasco sauces.
Because it could be quite a challenge, this.
I hope you're not doing that over your keyboard.
No, I'm just behind my keyboard. Right, that's what's come out so far. As you can see, this is a lot thicker than your standard Tabasco.
It's about to come.
So I might advise, if you are interested in this, maybe don't get the mini bottle. Maybe get the bigger one with a bigger neck to it.
Kevin just says he loves Tabasco on his eggs.
Well, we'll go with that for now. That's at least something I can get a taste of it from. And yeah, there's a little bit of fruity sweetness to it from the guava that they've added. But mostly that is just a very strong scorpion flavor. And a fairly reasonable scorpion heat too. It's 40%, so it is quite considerably scorpion. I'm not having too strong a reaction because I didn't manage to get too much onto my spoon, but I mean, that's salty scorpion mash at its core, with a few other things like a bit of guava and stuff added to it. It's
But at least there
40%
is
scorpion.
40% chilies.
Yeah. Well, 40% scorpion and then a little bit of Tabasco sauce in the bottom of the... So, somewhere in there, there's some regular Tabasco mixed into it too. So it's probably a little bit more than 40% chili overall, but yeah. To me, this brings out the more sort of funky super hot side of the scorpion and less the nice fruity orangey kind of acidic chili flavor to it. So it's not quite as much what I wanted it to be as I'd hoped, but if you like that side of the scorpion, this sauce does that. Just it's a little hard to pour.
Another spoonful might get there.
Yeah, all right. Let's see what I can do. You all want to see me suffer, I know.
We just want to see a hiccup, just one hiccup, and we'll leave you alone.
Oh, there we go. Now it's finally pouring a little bit.
There you go. It's starting to move. Just needed the plug freeing.
I mean, still barely. It's still fairly thick. But we got that at least. Yep, there we go. That's got more of a kick to it. Yeah, I think it's what you'd expect of Tabasco Scorpion in a lot of respects. It's not quite as vinegary as your standard Tabasco, but it's very much sort of aged Scorpion, somewhat salty, somewhat tangy still flavor. Not a vast amount else going on, but
It actually sounds nice.
Yeah, I mean, everybody in the States I've come across who's had this really likes it. Says it's so much better than any of the other Tabascos.
Might have to have a look into it then.
But yeah, you can get that from Dr. Benorium's, who do the Psycho Juice range and stuff as well if you want. I think that's all I've got for today.
Does Dr. Benorium's actually have a physical shop, or is it just online?
They have a stall in the Brighton market. Wait, is it Brighton? Bristol, isn't it?
Don't say Brighton, please.
No, it's not Brighton, I don't think. Let me double check where Dr. Benorium is.
My daughter's been hounding us to go to Brighton all summer, and we keep saying, no, there's no reason to go to Brighton.
Well, I'll find out for you. I don't think it's Brighton.
She just wants to go because one of her favourite YouTubers lives in Brighton, and she wants to go and see if she can bump into him. It's like, you'll never bump into him.
No, it'll never happen. And what are the chances that you run into one specific person in an entire city?
A seaside town at that.
Oh, yes, there's all the people. Come on, where's the about section on this website? Here we go. Or the contact us might do it. Portsmouth. What? No, that's not where your business is based. Here we go. Bristol. That's it.
Ah, well, Bristol's.
But yeah, they got a stall in the Bristol market, but they don't actually have a shop as such. And the description of their shop in the website is very much not an accurate description of the market stall, which I find peculiar.
Now I've just got more reason for why I need to check it out now. I knew there was a reason we should have went into Bristol on the way back. I have to do it next year.
Jill wants to go to Brighton without Amy.
No, she just doesn't want to tell Amy. Because if she tells her she'd get overexcited, she'd never shut up about it, and she'd be pinging off all the walls from now on.
I like the idea of just you go, but don't take Amy.
Oh, she'd kill us when we got back. Amy's the child that since the day she was born, all she's wanted for Christmas was cable ties and a chainsaw.
And tickets to Bristol.
Well, yeah, now tickets to Bristol. So, yeah. Anyway, is there anything else you'd like to show us?
That's all I've got for today, but I'll have plenty more for you next week, don't worry.
All right, you dude. I'm going to say thank you once again for coming to see us. Sorry that you couldn't bring Marty with you. Oh no, wrong person.
Yeah, that was somebody else.
Yeah. We're not going back to the future today, are we?
Nah, not today.
Not today.
Maybe another time.
Maybe another time. See you later, Doc. And that was Coran Sloss, the Spice Freak. Cool dude. Let's see what he finds for us next week, but we're going to have to give him a little boot at the bum and tell him to stop eating things before it gets to Sunday, because it's sod for that one. It's the second time he's done it already. I'm going to get myself out of here. New Chilli-heads,